Missouri's top prosecutor is being sued for her efforts to get gambling machines out of gas stations and bars.
The lawsuits claim Attorney General Catherine Hanaway is using legal threats without due process. Our Missouri Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon sat down with Hanaway today to get her side.
Two lawsuits claim Attorney General Catherine Hanaway is not giving bars and gas stations a chance to defend themselves before being slapped with legal action over these game machines that operate similar to slots you'd see in a casino.
If you go and you play this machine and you can't affect the outcome, then it's a game of chance and it's illegal in Missouri.
So what is it that you're going after, the machines or the vendors?
So, I mean, we're working it sort of from both ends. So we've reached agreements with some of the biggest owners of these machines that are then distributed out to convenience stores and lots of other places. And then we have also had some search warrants where where the Highway Patrol has seized machines in now about 10 counties.
So two lawsuits claim your office is using threats of prosecution and license pressure to force bars and gas stations to shut these machines off without due process. Are your communication warnings, and what process does a retailer get before you escalate?
They get investigated just like they would if they were committing any other crime. And let's be clear, it is a crime in Missouri to offer and to promote illegal gambling.
One of the lawsuits is set for a hearing on August 12th in the Cole County Circuit Court. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.